manifest. Step 3. This is where you have already completed the mind's eye view of your thought or desire. You have put emotion and feeling onto it. You have spoke it into existence. You have written it down. And this step 3 is action. This is where you start moving towards whatever the thought, idea, or desire is. You're taking actual physical steps in this realm, the realm we are in. You're moving towards your thought, idea, or desire. The action is where it's all at. And the bigger the manifestation you desire, the more action you need. Now, while you are doing the action, this is where you continually hamster wheel your vision. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. So you're taking action, but you're thinking about said thought or desire as if it's right here, right now. Because remember, now is important. Now is the only thing you got. It's eternal. So the action is, where it's at. This is where the manifesting, you've created it in your mind, you spoke about it, you wrote it down, and now you're taking steps towards your desire or thought. Now, I never said what's right or wrong. I never said what's good or bad, because that's all a perspective thing. But this is why you don't focus on things you don't want. This is why it's better to be a solutionist instead of a bitch. You sit around angry about all these things and fussing about them and constantly rolling through your mind, you're manifesting. You're reinforcing whatever you don't want. You don't like the look of red cars? Sitting around thinking about it all the time, you're going to see nothing but red cars. This is just an example, but I mean, it goes along with your thoughts on Epstein, or your thoughts on Trump, or your thoughts on 9/11. I mean, all these things you don't want, right? What do you want? That's where you want to manifest. Don't spend your energies constantly focused on negative things in your mind. What other people think is negative and positive, who gives a shit? This is about you. If you want to manifest what's good for you, you can't think about what's bad for you. You can't think about what you don't want. This is the same thing when you worry about somebody you love. If you love somebody, why are you sitting around worrying, thinking negative thoughts on them, and attaching emotions to those thoughts about, God, I hope they didn't get into a car accident? Why would you put that out in the universe? That's a negative manifestation about somebody you love. Stop worrying. Don't worry about people you care about. Think good things. Always think something good. If you love me, don't sit around worrying about me. I don't want that from nobody. I don't want nobody sitting around just thinking a bunch of negative thoughts on me. I mean, we all got haters, but I mean, just straight up. Don't think about what you don't want. Come up with solutions. Think about what you do like, what you do want, what you want to see. What is your vision? What is your thought? What is your desire? Because there's plenty keyboard killers out there and telephone tough guys, all just bitching up a storm about something. Gender, president, Israel. I mean, this world is full of things to sit around and complain and visualize and attach emotion and feeling to and speak on the words and then copy and paste. That's all manifesting more of what you don't want. So when you can shift this mindset and you catch yourself in a rambling set of thoughts of what you don't want, stop yourself. Regain composure. And ask yourself, well, what do I want? Once you start to figure out the solutions and what you do want to see and what you do want and what you want to have happen. Remember, step 1, visualize it. Step 2, speak it, write it down. Step 3, put it into action. Everything else, if you're thinking about things you don't want, if you're worrying about people you care about, if you're thinking negative thoughts towards anything that would be a negative impact in your life, stop manifesting the negative impact in your life. This is like basic. If you're under pressure and there's a choice between something good happening and something bad happening, why would you want to think of the bad happening? And this is where the action comes in. If you're doing action correctly, when that moment of pressure comes, you're gonna be like, oh, I got this. I know I do. Because I've been thinking about this a long time. I mean, that's a good manifestation right there. To understand that you've already focused on this. You've put your thoughts deep into whatever it is. And you're okay with the pressure. Pressure is mostly self-induced and a time thing anyway. Add time to almost anything and you can add pressure. But, game clock on the line, you don't want to be the guy like, oh, I hope I don't miss this. No. You've been preparing your whole life for this. This is it. I got this. And you know what? It's not going to happen every time. You're not going to be able to manifest everything you want. But the more you work at this, the better you'll be at it. For sure. And don't get discouraged if you see someone else and they just come and they're like manifesting rock stars. Because those people exist. Or people, I don't know if they're all people. But beings. There's beings on this planet who can manifest on a level that would just scare the shit out of you. They got this. And that is in knowing they got this. Robert Horry knows he's got this. Michael Jordan knows he's got this. Tom Brady knows he's got this. I mean, I use sports people, but there's other people in the world, but most of them are going to be recognized or you're not going to be able to affiliate the name with anything. But that's the difference between a positive manifestation and a negative manifestation. They know they got it. I've been preparing my whole life for this. Yeah, glad it's my chance. Bam. That's how you get it done. You're sitting around fearing, terrified, worrying. You're failing. Failing yourself. Believe in yourself. You have to know it. Because by the time the manifestation actually comes in to being something tangible You have spent so much time thinking about this. And you're going to run into those moments where you're like, I don't know if this is going to work. Fear's okay. For a second. Take that shit and wipe it away. Don't you hold on to no fear, no worry, no negative. You remember, you've been preparing for this. You saw it in your mind. You spoke it into existence as if it's now. Wrote it down. And now you've taken all this action towards your thought, idea, or desire. Guess what? You should be happy. You should be smiling. You should be thankful that that's where the moment is. I got this. Know you have it. That's the final piece of the manifesting puzzle. Thoughts, words, action, and knowing. Know you got this. That is manifesting, just in the most basic form. And it can go pretty deep. I will hesitate to say this. There is an ability to manifest for other people, but that's a dark side of this conversation, and I'm not teaching people how to do that stuff. But just know that you need to drive your boat. If you're not steering your boat, meaning if you're not driving yourself towards a manifest of your desire, something else can take the reins and start steering you in a direction you aren't wanting to go. Manifesting works like that too. So make sure you're always driving your boat towards a manifest that you want. No worries, no negative thoughts. Just a can do and a no, and and in the end, it'll be a big fuck yeah. That's manifesting.